and welcome everybody. I'm Stephen and I'm a popular investor on the Etoro platform. So recently I've been doing many tutorial videos where I try to educate as many new investors as possible on some key investing principles and concepts. So today I've got a really interesting video for you, and I'm going to be talking about how to identify multi-baggers. So a multi-bagger is an asset that appreciates by more than 100%. So how do we spot these really great assets which we think will go up by many multiples in value? So number one, how to spot a multi-bagger is you make sure that you find a stock or an asset that is in a particular industry which has tailwinds. So this could be a real growth industry or a new technology industry that is continuing to go from strength to strength and has a lot of growth potential. It could also be an industry which has very friendly regulations or regulations that have just been opened up, which are very good for companies moving forward. So it's very key to choose an industry in which you think has a lot of growth potential when trying to choose multi-baggers. Number two, when you're looking for a company that could potentially be a multi-bagger, you want to look for a company which has a competitive advantage over its peers in the industry. So this competitive advantage can be a number of different things. So it could be a piece of technology or a system or a concept within a company that actually puts them ahead of other competitors in their industry. It could also be that they actually have more funds available to be able to grow the company out and do extensive marketing over its competitors. So this can also be really important as well moving forward. Or they could have a key skill or differential from their competitors in terms of their products or services. So always look for these competitive advantages when you are assessing a multi-bagger. Number three, companies are essentially run by people. So it's very important when assessing a multi-bagger potential for a company that you understand that the management team has a necessary experience to be able to execute the strategy that they have actually set out in order to get future growth. So you need to be able to do the due diligence that is needed to assess their experience and their competencies and how they have executed in previous companies that they have worked for or in previous years of executing for the company that you're investing in. So take an important note that a company is only as good as the people that work in it and are that executing the strategy. Number four, it's very important that you make sure that a company has a very good financial position before you invest in them. Because if a company has a huge amount of debt, it's going to be very difficult for it to be able to invest the money that is required for them to achieve growth. So make sure that you analyze as well as possible their balance sheet and their cash flow position to make sure that they are primed to be able to grow in the future. Number five, when choosing a stock which you think has multi-bagger potential, it's very important to choose a stock not only with really good tailwinds behind it, but also having the potential to grow revenue as much as possible and increase profitability. However, it is also important when choosing a multi-bagger to make sure that you choose a stock which has a relatively low market capitalization. It is much easier to get a multi-bagger from a stock which has a low market capitalization than one with a high market capitalization. You want to be choosing a stock that can essentially grow its market share as much as possible against competitors, and this way you will have a much better chance of choosing a multi-bagger. When considering a stock with multi-bagger potential, it is very important that it only forms a part of an overall balanced portfolio. Please take your risk appetite into account when selecting stocks, and it is important to note that the best results usually come from consistency over time. Lastly, just like everything investing, it's very important that you keep your patience. Multi-baggers are not achieved in a few days, and it often takes from many months to several years to be able to achieve a multi-bagger. Multi-baggers quite often go up and down in price, sometimes because of the low market capitalization. So it's very important that you stay patient with that stock if you want to achieve really great multi-bagger returns in the future. Thank you very much for listening to this video today. I hope it was very useful for you. As usual, please feel free to leave me any questions below in the comments and I'll be happy to reply. Thank you very much and good luck with your investing, and I will come to you with another video soon.